Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Easy English, and I am Luna.
And I am Henry. If this is your first time listening, we are really happy you are here.
In this podcast, we help you learn simple, everyday English for real life in North America.
That means the kind of English you hear in apartments, stores, offices, and neighborhoods.
Today, we are talking about something very common, but sometimes a little awkward.
Yep, talking with your neighbor.
Especially if you are new to the United States or Canada, it can feel a little scary.
You open your door, you see someone in the hallway, and you think, should I say hello?
Exactly. Sometimes you smile and quickly walk away.
Or you pretend to check your phone.
I definitely did that when I first moved here.
Me too. I remember my first apartment in the US.
Oh, really? What happened?
I saw my neighbor in the hallway. He smiled and said, "Hey, how's it going?"
And what did you say?
Honestly, my brain froze. I just said, yeah, good.
That is very relatable.
I wanted to say more, but I did not know what words to use.
That happens to many newcomers.
The good news is, neighbor conversations are usually very simple.
Most of the time, it is just short, friendly small talk.
Maybe you say, hello,
Maybe you talk about the weather,
or the building.
or a package in the lobby.
Exactly. These little conversations help people feel comfortable.
And over time, neighbors can become friendly.
Sometimes they even become good friends.
Today, we will show you several real situations you might experience with neighbors.
For example, meeting your neighbor for the first time,
Talking in the hallway,
chatting near the mailbox.
or saying hello outside the building.
We will also practice simple phrases you can use.
Short sentences, clear words, and natural conversations.
And if you feel nervous, that's completely normal.
We felt the same way too.
But once you know a few sentences, things become much easier.
So, imagine this situation.
You just moved into a new apartment,
You step into the hallway.
and suddenly the door next to you opens.
Your neighbor walks out and looks at you.
Maybe they smile.
Maybe they say hello.
Now you're thinking, what should I say?
Do not worry, we will practice together.
In our first scene, you're meeting your neighbor for the very first time.
Let's try the conversation together, step by step.
All right, let's begin.
So, let's imagine this situation together.
You just moved into a new apartment building.
Maybe yesterday was your moving day.
Boxes everywhere. Tape sounds. Rustle, rustle.
And today, you finally step outside your apartment.
You close the door behind you.
Click.
The hallway is quiet.
Then suddenly, another door opens.
Your neighbor walks out.
You both look at each other for a moment.
This is a very common moment in American apartments.
Usually, someone smiles and says hello.
Let's try the conversation together.
Imagine you are the new neighbor.
I will start the conversation. Hi there.
Oh, hi.
I don't think we've met before.
Yeah, I just moved in.
Oh, welcome to the building.
Thanks.
Which apartment are you in?
I'm in 305.
Oh, nice. I'm in 304.
Oh, wow, we are right next to each other.
Yep, we are neighbors.
That was a very simple conversation.
But these short sentences are very common.
Let's look at the first phrase again.
I don't think we've met before.
This is a polite way to say you do not know someone yet.
It sounds friendly and natural.
You might also hear something like this.
Hi, I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you.
Let's say that phrase again slowly. Nice to meet you.
People say this when meeting someone for the first time.
Now, let's look at another phrase from the conversation. Which apartment are you in?
This question means which home or unit you live in.
In many buildings, apartments have numbers.
For example, 204 or 305.
When you answer, you can say something simple. I'm in 305.
Or you can say, I live in 305.
Both are natural and easy to say.
Sometimes neighbors also say this.
Oh, we are right next to each other.
That means the apartments are beside each other.
In American buildings, neighbors often learn each other's apartment numbers.
Especially if they see each other in the hallway.
Let's imagine one more small moment.
You both start walking toward the elevator.
Footsteps echo in the hallway.
Tap, tap, tap.
The elevator arrives.
Now the conversation might continue there.
In the next section, we will practice more small talk with your neighbor.
Now you and your neighbor are waiting for the elevator.
The hallway is quiet again.
You both stand there for a second.
Sometimes that silence feels a little awkward.
In North America, people often start small talk.
The easiest topic is usually the weather.
Americans talk about the weather all the time.
Let's try a simple conversation.
Imagine the elevator has not arrived yet.
So you start chatting.
Nice weather today.
Yeah, it's really nice outside.
Yesterday was pretty cold though.
Oh yeah, it was freezing.
I think it will be warmer this weekend.
I hope so.
That kind of conversation is very common.
Short, simple sentences.
Let's look at the first phrase.
Nice weather today.
This is one of the most common small talk phrases.
People use it at work,
With neighbors,
even with strangers.
you can also say something like this,
It's really sunny today.
or this.
It's pretty cold today.
These sentences are simple but very natural.
Now, let's look at another phrase. Yesterday was pretty cold.
This means the weather yesterday was cold.
The word pretty here means a little or somewhat.
It does not mean beautiful in this sentence.
English can be funny sometimes.
Now let's continue the conversation.
Maybe the elevator is still not here.
So the conversation continues. Do you like the neighborhood?
Yeah, it's a nice area.
I'm still exploring around here.
There are some good coffee shops nearby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is a great cafe on Main Street.
I love coffee.
You should try it sometime.
That sounds great.
Talking about the neighborhood is also common.
Especially when someone just moved in.
Let's review a useful question. Do you like the neighborhood?
This question asks if someone enjoys the area.
You might answer like this. Yeah, it's a nice area.
Or you can say, yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Quiet neighborhoods are popular in many cities.
Now imagine the elevator finally arrives.
Ding.
The door slides open.
You both step inside.
The conversation might continue during the ride.
And we will practice that in the next section.
The elevator doors close slowly.
The elevator begins moving down.
You and your neighbor stand quietly for a moment.
Sometimes neighbors continue the conversation inside the elevator.
Another very common small talk topic is work.
Let's imagine the conversation continues.
So, do you work nearby?
Yeah, I actually work downtown.
Oh, nice.
The commute is not too bad.
That's good.
What about you?
I work from home most days.
Oh, really? That must be convenient.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Conversations like this are very common.
Especially between neighbors who just met.
Let's look at the first question again. So, do you work nearby?
This question asks if someone works close to where they live.
Many people in cities commute to work.
Commute means traveling between home and work.
Some people take the subway.
Some people drive.
Some people take the bus.
Now let's look at another answer.
I actually work downtown.
Downtown usually means the city center.
In many American cities, downtown is where offices are.
You might also hear someone say this,
I work in the city.
or something like this.
My office is downtown.
All of these are natural answers.
Now let's look at another phrase. What about you?
This is a very common follow-up question.
It means the speaker wants to know about your situation.
For example, someone asks about your job.
Then you ask back, what about you?
It keeps the conversation balanced.
Now let's look at another common sentence. I work from home,
Many people say this now.
especially after the pandemic.
Working from home means you do your job in your apartment or house.
No commute needed.
That is why people say it is convenient.
Convenient means easy and helpful for daily life.
Now imagine the elevator is getting close to the lobby.
The floor numbers light up.
3,
2.
1,
The elevator slows down.
ding. The doors open.
You and your neighbor walk out into the lobby.
Maybe the conversation continues near the mailboxes.
That is what we will explore in the next section.
You and your neighbor walk across the lobby.
Near the entrance, there are several mailboxes.
Many apartment buildings in the U.S. have a mailbox area.
People often stop there to check their mail.
You notice a few packages on a small table.
Delivery boxes are very common these days.
Let's imagine the conversation continues there.
Looks like we both have mail today.
Yeah, I see a package with my name on it.
Nice.
I think it's from Amazon.
Amazon delivers something here almost every day.
That sounds about right.
Do you order things online often?
Sometimes.
It's really convenient.
Yeah, especially when you just moved.
Exactly.
Conversations like this happen a lot in apartment buildings.
Neighbors often talk while checking mail.
Let's look at the first sentence again.
Looks like we both have mail today.
This sentence means both people received mail.
It's a friendly way to start conversation.
Now, let's look at another phrase.
I think it's from Amazon.
Amazon is one of the biggest online shopping companies.
Many people receive Amazon packages frequently.
So neighbors often mention it casually.
Now, let's look at another question. Do you order things online often?
This question asks about someone's shopping habits.
You could answer in different ways. Yeah, pretty often.
Or maybe this. Not really, only sometimes.
Both answers are natural.
Now let's continue the scene.
You open your mailbox.
The metal door makes a small sound. Clink. You pull out a few letters.
Mostly advertisements.
That happens a lot.
Then your neighbor picks up a package.
The box makes a soft thud on the table.
Thump.
Many people laugh about how many packages arrive.
Online shopping has changed daily life.
It also creates small moments for neighbor conversations,
Sometimes people even help hold packages for each other.
especially if someone is not home during delivery.
Friendly buildings often work like small communities.
Now imagine you finish checking your mail.
You both walk toward the building entrance.
Maybe the weather outside looks nice.
That could start another conversation, and we will explore that next.
You and your neighbor walk toward the front door.
The glass door opens slowly.
Outside, the air feels fresh.
The street is calm and quiet.
A few cars drive by.
Whoosh.
Sometimes neighbors continue chatting outside.
Especially when the weather is nice.
Let's imagine the conversation continues.
Nice day today.
Yeah, it's really pleasant outside.
Perfect weather for a walk.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Do you usually walk around the neighborhood?
Sometimes after work.
There's a small park nearby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about 2 blocks away.
That sounds nice.
People walk their dogs there in the evening.
I love watching dogs at the park.
Me too.
These kinds of conversations are very typical.
Neighbors often talk about nearby places.
Let's look at the first phrase again.
Nice day today.
This is another very common small talk sentence.
People say it when the weather feels comfortable.
It can start a friendly conversation.
You might also hear someone say, beautiful day today.
Or something like this. It's a lovely day.
All of these express the same idea.
Now let's look at another sentence.
Perfect weather for a walk.
This means the weather is ideal for walking.
People often say this in spring or fall.
Now let's look at another question.
Do you usually walk around the neighborhood?
This question asks about someone's daily routine.
Maybe they walk after dinner.
Maybe they walk their dog,
Walking around the neighborhood is common in North America.
especially in quiet residential areas.
Now imagine someone nearby is walking a dog.
The dog's leash jingles.
Jingle jingle.
The dog happily wags its tail.
Dogs often start friendly conversations too.
People might stop and say hello.
Dog owners talk to each other often.
Now imagine your neighbor checks their watch.
Maybe they need to go somewhere.
The conversation slowly wraps up.
It was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
See you around. Have a great day.
A few days later, you see your neighbor again.
This time it is near the building entrance.
Maybe it is Friday afternoon.
People often talk about weekend plans.
This is very common small talk in North America.
Let's imagine the conversation begins.
Hey, good to see you again.
Oh hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Any plans this weekend?
I might explore the neighborhood a little.
That's a good idea.
I still don't know the area very well.
There are some nice places nearby.
Oh, really?
There's a grocery store 2 blocks away.
That's convenient.
And there's a great coffee shop on Maple Street.
I love coffee.
You should try their cappuccino.
That sounds delicious.
Conversations like these are very common between neighbors.
Especially when someone recently moved in.
Let's look at the first question again. Any plans this weekend?
This question asks about someone's plans for Saturday or Sunday.
It is very common in casual conversation.
People often ask coworkers this too.
You could answer in many simple ways. Not really, just relaxing.
Or maybe this. I might go shopping.
Both answers sound natural.
Now let's look at another phrase.
I might explore the neighborhood.
The word explore means looking around and discovering new places.
People often explore when they move somewhere new.
Now let's look at another sentence.
There's a grocery store 2 blocks away.
Blocks are a common way to describe distance in cities.
1 block usually means 1 street section.
2 blocks is usually a short walk.
Now imagine the conversation continues.
Your neighbor points down the street.
Over there is the coffee shop.
You look in that direction.
A few people walk past.
Someone carries a grocery bag.
The neighborhood feels friendly and calm.
Many small conversations like this help people feel connected.
Even simple chat can make neighbors feel comfortable.
Now imagine your neighbor is about to leave.
Maybe they are heading out for errands.
The conversation slowly ends.
Well, have a great weekend.
You too.
See you around.
The next weekend arrives quickly.
Saturday morning feels calm in the neighborhood.
The sun is shining softly.
People are walking outside.
You step out of the building with a cup of coffee.
At the same time, your neighbor walks toward the sidewalk.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Heading somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to the farmer's market.
Oh, nice.
It's just a few blocks from here.
I didn't know there was a market nearby.
Yeah, it happens every Saturday.
That sounds fun.
They sell fresh fruit, vegetables, and bread.
I love farmers markets.
They're very popular in many American cities.
Let's look at the phrase again.
I'm going to the farmer's market.
A farmer's market is a place where local farmers sell food.
People can buy fresh vegetables, fruit, and homemade products.
These markets often happen on weekends.
Now let's look at another phrase. It's just a few blocks from here.
This means the place is very close.
People often describe distance using blocks.
Now let's continue the conversation.
You should check it out sometime.
I think I will.
The bakery there is really good.
Fresh bread sounds amazing.
Sometimes there is live music too.
That makes the market even more fun.
Places like this help neighbors meet each other.
Communities feel more connected when people gather locally.
Now imagine another neighbor walks by with a dog.
The dog wags its tail happily.
The leash makes a soft sound. Jingle, jingle.
People smile and greet each other.
Good morning.
Morning.
Friendly greetings like this are common in many neighborhoods.
Even short interactions help build community.
Now imagine your neighbor checks the time.
Maybe the market will get busy soon.
Well, I should head over before it gets crowded.
That makes sense.
Nice talking with you again.
You too.
Maybe I will see you at the market sometime. Have a great morning.
Today, we talked about something very simple but very important.
Talking with your neighbor.
Many newcomers feel nervous about small talk.
But neighbor conversations are usually short and friendly.
Most of the time, people just say hello
Or talk about the weather.
or ask simple questions.
Let's review some of the phrases we learned today.
You can listen and repeat with us.
First phrase. Hi there.
This is a friendly greeting.
You can say it when you see your neighbor in the hallway.
Next phrase. I don't think we've met before.
This sentence is useful when you meet someone for the first time.
Let's practice another one.
Nice to meet you.
People say this during introductions.
Now let's look at another question. Which apartment are you in?
This question asks where someone lives in the building.
Here is another common small talk question. Do you work nearby?
This question asks about someone's job location.
Let's practice another phrase. Nice weather today.
Americans say this all the time.
It's one of the most common small talk sentences.
Now let's practice one more question.
Any plans this weekend?
This question asks about someone's weekend activities.
Here is another friendly sentence. You should check it out sometime.
People say this when recommending a place.
Let's practice a simple goodbye phrase. See you around.
Neighbors often say this when ending a conversation.
It sounds casual and friendly.
Remember, small talk does not need to be long.
Just a few simple sentences are enough.
Over time, these little conversations feel easier.
And you may even become friends with your neighbors.
Thanks for learning with us today.
This is Speak Easy English. We'll see you next time.